Yo, yo, salute, salute. Much honor and appreciation to everybody, man. Tapping in, checking out the vid. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're going back in. We're finna go over four more formulas from the book Infinity Remedies by me, Jaguar Olmec. And we're gonna jump right into it, man. Um, Let me set up my screen share right quick. Yesterday we went over not yesterday, day before, we went over two healing formulas and two protection formulas. So today we're going to do two divination formulas and two luck formulas. And it's just to, show people um, the representation of each herb and resin or whatever we're using, and to get a clear understanding of what we doing here with these holistic practices. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and jump right into it, man. Okay, so right here we're gonna start out with divination. If you see the ones in divination formula 1 in pink, we're going with the direct first formula: frankincense and myrrh, resins, and mugwort. Okay, so you probably thinking, oh, three ingredients for divination. Well, divination is more so to enhance your intuition and your awareness, and to pick up communication from whoever or whatever energy source you want to communicate with, whether it be ancestors, uh, earth, air, water, or fire. Um, it can be something you even create yourself. Imagination is key when it comes to anything, really. So even if you create your own spiritual force to reside with you, to protect you, or bring great health and wealth, um, abundance of love, whatever it is you wish, for that deity to do, you got the right to create that and to allow it to manifest. So once again, frankincense and myrrh and mugwort. Okay, so we did go over frankincense and myrrh and what they represent. Uh, and if you didn't get a chance to check it out, check out the first video. Simple breakdown of what they spiritually represent as far as using incense. This is what we discussing. Uh, the spiritual use of incense and also the medicinal use. So, but as you see here, we got mugwort, which is used to stimulate digestion, relieve menstrual cramps, and as a mild sedative. So it acts as a mild sedative, which is basically, numbing, creating a numbness so you won't feel pain, or to help you fall asleep. Um, there's many reasons you can sedate, but most of all, is made to pretty much clear the head space. You know what I'm saying? When you smell mugwort, it immediately, just have you, not necessarily blank, but not blank, but it's more so having you focus. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a natural Adderall. You know what I'm saying? So mugwort it has its special purposes. So on the spiritual side, because that was the medicinal side, on the spiritual side, spiritually is used to enhance lucid dreaming and intuition. So of course, um, most people do get signs and get communication through sleep, But some people have the ability to pick up on signs and communication while they're wide awake. Uh, that is considered a gift, especially if you know how to interpret and apply what you're receiving. Now, everything you receive may not be for your best benefit when it comes to uh, spiritual communicators, or like they call them what they like to call them. That thing they like to call them well, psychics or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just depends, on what environment and what type of conscience they do have. Um, More than likely, um, a lot of the communication for psychics or people who have high intuition usually comes through their dreams. So this is a good one. This is a good formula to blend together just to put you in a meditative mind state, just for meditation, to completely focus on what you want to focus on, feel it, see it, smell it, you know, even imagine yourself touching it. You know what I'm saying? So this is a key element when it comes to divination. So that's the first formula. All right. And the second formula, we're gonna use this one with the benzoin resin, coat's foot, and patchouli. All right. So we got benzoin resin, coat's foot, and patchouli. All right. Those are two herbs that we can go over real quick. We'll start with patchouli since it popped up first. Patchouli was in the abundance section as far as uh yeah, it's under the abundance section as far as the herb being titled. So let's get to it. Patchouli can help in manifestation, work by attracting abundance, prosperity, and success into our lives. It's often used in rituals or spells aimed at manifesting goals, attracting wealth, or enhancing financial prosperity. And I had a side note says, of course, patchouli is an herb and is very powerful. When seeking for success in divinations, patchouli is highly recommended. And it's highly recommended due to a lot of the properties that it hold. Patchouli is like an all-in-one, almost like cinnamon. It covers pretty much all base: protection, wealth, health, um, of course with divination, um, love. It's also used in love magic. And love magic, the reason I ain't put love in the book is because love is more so something you want to use for yourself rather than to attract. Because a lot of times people want to attract love from people that they don't know. So, and even if you do think the person that you want to attract is someone you know, um, things change when people actually live together and get in relationships. So it's a complex energy force to discuss when you're talking about love, because it can go negative or positive. So that's why I didn't really introduce the love aspect. But here or there, um, that's patchouli as far as working with divination. All right, then next we got benzoin. Benzoin resin has a sweet vanilla-like scent and is often used in incense blends for purification and luck. It's used to clear negative energy and attract positive vibrations. Okay, so once again, this is something to make sure, when you're doing this particular divination, you want to use the benzoin to help your patchouli attract those positive vibrations. Okay, so the benzoin resin is a high booster for clearing away negative energy and attracting positive energy. Okay. So as far as purification, that's pretty much what it's about. Purifying the area, the atmosphere, or whatever. And it also has its properties with luck. So, why not divine that's with properties that are gonna bring you benefits, not something that's gonna uh destroy what you want to manifest. All right. So let me get the coat's foot. My bad, y'all. Bear with me as I scroll through. All right. So coat's foot, which is the other ingredient to that divination formula. Coat's foot is used for visions, divination, and it's sometimes used in rituals for seeing into the future or connecting with spiritual guides. Okay. So once again, just a bigger enhancement to your divination. Um, like it says, to see in the future. I mean, most people do want to have a clear route, clear path to understand a path. And coat's foot is definitely a herb that you can use to uh bring those benefits. And like I say, even if you decided to use it for a tea, um that'll work as well. And that'll be something we'll go over once we get through with the incense formulas. We'll be discussing teas and stuff like that people can drink. But we just gonna transform everything from inside out. Even though the incense is more so for outside of us, it does play its effects internally due to the smell and the scent activating uh, certain allies and forces that are within us. So, and it's just trying to make sure it's simple, so we won't send everybody down a rabbit hole thinking, oh, this is super mysterious when it's really not. It's really just taking it for what it is and applying it. You know what I'm saying? So that was that formula. Okay, so let's get back to the other formulas. All right, so that was divination. Like I said, once again, um, and if for those who, my bad, I mean do that. For those who want to see what resins look like, if you look at the top left and top right, you see frankincense resin and you see myrrh resin. So your resins are gonna look more like little crystals or little rocks. Just want to make that clear because I know a lot of people who may not use resins for incense. They may not know what it looked like. So just to be clear, this is what resins look like. Now, all resins don't look or have the same color. Some resins are cut smaller, some cut bigger. A lot of time when you get the myrrh resin, you rarely get the rock or crystal form of it. A lot of times they do have like wood chips for you to burn. It's more like wood rather than just resin. Even though it is a resin, it's just the how can I say, the product itself is more so like a wood. You want to burn more so like the rock crystal uh product of resins because it actually just smell better and it burn a lot easier when you do your burnings. So just want to take note of that. um let's get back to the book real quick and we'll go over the next formula, which is luck. Okay, we're gonna tap into the luck formula, and then the reason I say luck is just to program that energy within you, that feeling of goodness, that feeling of having a great day or coming into uh, a good opportunity, whether it be finances or, you know, whatever it is. Luck has its play into the world. Some people don't like luck as far as using the word luck. I could have said like blessings or progressings as far as people who like to really look at these words and how they play on our mental. Um, I know for one, it's just really however you want to look at it. So it's not that personal. It was just to really help people keep a clear mind on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody's not religious, you know what I'm saying, and everybody's not superstitious. Even though luck does play its part in superstition, it's not that you have to keep it in that state. You know what I'm saying? So luck itself, we got this formula on Formula One, which is dragon blood resin, lavender, and you got your mint and allspice. All right. So we went over mint and allspice in the first video. We've seen how they do help with healing. Okay. But these herbs also have their play in, progressive energy, which I like to call luck. You know what I'm saying? That's what luck is to me. Just a progressive energy that you can definitely use at all times. So right here, you see me highlighted right here, mint. Okay, known for prosperity and abundance, is used to attract money and business success. Okay, so who wouldn't want that a part of their formula? All right, and we're gonna go over to the other one, which was lavender. All right, lavender. Okay, known for its calming properties. Lavender is often used to relieve anxiety, stress, and insomnia. It's also used to typically soothe skin irritations and burns. All right. So why lavender? Um, well, just for the relief of stress and anxiety. You know what I'm saying? These things do hinder your prosperity. So if you can get rid of that and attracting what you want, then this is something to just definitely involve with anything that you want to attract. Lavender can pretty much go with any formula. You know what I'm saying? Just depending on what type of smell you're looking for while you creating your blends. So me myself, I like lavender. Um, I do like to add lavender in a lot of my herbal mixtures as far as burning, even carrying. Um, it's a powerful herb. It's very powerful. Um, and the other one we had was allspice, which I say we went over in the first video. So as you see, once again, the healing properties of allspice is often used in traditional medicine for digestive benefits. Is to aid digestion, reduce gas, and relieve stomach aches. Now, on a spiritual note, in some cultures, allspice is used for attracting money, luck, and prosperity. It can also be used in protections, spells, and rituals. Okay. So once again, to enhance your luck, we used allspice with that one. Um, hey, why not, man? It's all about powering up and making the most of what you got. And that blend was actually given to me. So it's not one I, you know, just created knowing the herbs and the science to it. This was passed down from an elder of mine. And like I say, even though it may not seem much, the right components mixed together, doing the right chemistry, is gonna always formulate uh proper product. You know what I'm saying? Proper product. That's what you want to get. You want to get something that's guaranteed to fulfill what you want to happen. All right. So let's get back over to the next formula of luck. And then this one we have Palo Santos wood chip. All right. Palo Santos wood chip. A lot of botanical stores or holistic stores carry Palo. If not, then just might have to order online if you want to get some. It's not costly at all. I like Palo Santos wood chip. It smells good. It has a sweet like wood smell to it, and it is you can just some people just burn it right behind some sage because sage have a wild smell to it. So that wild earthy smell, you want to sweeten it up, get some Palo Santos and burn with it. It's just gonna make it even. It'll make the sage sweetness pop out. Sage do have like a slight sweetness smell to it, but it's more so wild. It's very wild. So, and Palo Santos is very good for a lot of things too. So, Palo Santos wood chip. You got your mint again, cloves, and cinnamon. Okay. So, why did we choose this formula blend? Well, when you look at these ingredients, we got Palo Santos right here. All right. It says, while not a resin, Palo Santo is a sacred wood with resonance properties. It's used in shamanic rituals for purification, luck, and spiritual healing. Okay. So there you have it. This is what you'll get whenever you want to find out what's going on with the Palo Santos wood chips. All right. So let's back up. Um, we already went over mint. So we'll go over cloves. Okay. Cloves have properties that attract prosperity and abundance when used in rituals or spells aimed at enhancing financial success. All right. And with all that, cloves, of course, it does have medicinal benefits. But with this one, with the luck, I wanted to keep it based on luck. So wouldn't nobody get it confused on the topic. Because we already gave a lot of the medicinal stuff, and a lot of these herbs pretty much do what other herbs do as far as helping with digestion, blood circulation, cramps, and you know other type ailments that may need healing with the body. But as far as with luck, you see there, that's one of the reasons why we chose clove to add with the mixture. Okay, so you got Palo Santos, clove, mint. We went over mint. Okay. Um, what was the other one? For some reason, I just forgot. Let me look back right quick. Yeah, and cinnamon. Okay, cinnamon. Uh, cinnamon. We did go over. Like I said, cinnamon is a major enhancement to anything that you want to do spiritually. You can always use cinnamon. You can always use lavender to enhance any spiritual work that you want to use. All right. So that's cinnamon healing properties right there. But we'll right now just focus on more of the spiritual because we did go over this in the first video. But the spiritual properties, cinnamon is used for success, prosperity, and abundance. It's often used in rituals and spells for attracting wealth and good fortune. Okay. So you see all those herbs that are in these formulas basically have the properties of luck. If not luck, then protection, abundance, or relieving stress and anxiety. Okay. So this is uh the four formulas that we have discussed. Let me see, go back to it right quick. All right, so we had the divination formulas, like you see, and if you notice, like I say, when they get to the slash, I did it better in my second book with making sure you know that what each formula is and how to apply it. Um, I know some people might try to do all these together, which I'm not saying you can't. If you wanted to do frankincense and myrrh with mugwort, with tobacco and valerian root, you can. Also adding in the LMI resin. You know what I'm saying? You can do that if you wanted to now, but I was trying to make it simple for beginners. You know, when you get to the slash, that's basically one formula. All right. Just like even with this one, frankincense and myrrh and tobacco, that's one formula as well, too. So with each slash, even in the protection formula, Palo Santos wood chips, basil and peppermint with cedar resin, that's one formula. Okay. And like I say, the third formulas in each section are more ingredients than the second. Then the second has more ingredients than the first. So I just want to really make that clear. But if you want to blend all these herbs out of the whole formula, you got every right to do so. And you're gonna have a super power bag. You hear me? I'm talking about major. I'm talking about phenomenal potency. That's just what you create. And if you want to blend all these together, you know what I'm saying? It's something you can do. Okay. But with that being said, man, we'll definitely get over some more formulas later. Maybe this afternoon or tomorrow. I had some stuff come up yesterday. I was on the phone a lot. That's the only reason why I didn't drop this one. But like I say, this is just building up for people to have at least a clear understanding on what we doing and the reason why we I'm sharing this information. Okay. Um a lot of stuff. It may seem like a lot, but it's not. It's just having the proper tools and making the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, this this is not gonna be for everybody. But if you do feel any spiritual connection to reaching your higher self, even if you just into colognes, perfumes, and stuff like that, you can make that spiritual as well. Because, like I say, the colognes and perfumes are mostly they have essential oils. They're made with essential oils, and some people add fragrance oils um, just to help the smell, which is there's nothing wrong with using fragrance oils. You just gotta really know how to blend it properly. Mix your alcohol or whatever substance you're gonna use to make sure it's spray and settles properly. A lot of these colognes and perfumes have uh, different. How can I say? Just different substances when it comes to what they want to stand out. So it might not always be alcohol. Some people use ethanol. It just depends. But either way, the point I'm making is uh this is nothing to shy away from. This is only to uh bring you to a higher state. Like I said, if you took some Bond number 9, shout out to them. They keep some of the top smelling colognes and stuff like that. If you look at the ingredients, they pretty much use mostly essential oils. And if you see what those oils represent, then you'll wonder, wow, okay, when you smell that smell, well, okay, people who, wear that pretty much always have something good going on, or just stay afloat. You know what I'm saying? Not only just because they can afford it. I know Bar Number 9 is a high cologne, but it's not only that they can afford it, it's just the fact that, you know, it's the smell, man. I mean, it smells good, So there's plenty of ways to enhance yourself spiritually. Um, like I say, I will be starting a class as soon as I think I don't know. I'm not really sure when. I might just pop it out the blue to offer up to see, people really want to tap in because it's a science to it. Not only with the smell itself, but noticing male and female plant life helps as well. It's always good to have a balance when you're doing certain spiritual work. Now, certain spiritual work may completely call for all masculine herbs. Some of it may call for all feminine herbs, just depending on the situation and how the divination or the diagnosis is explained. Now, through divination, of course, um, people use different things for divination. Man, you can use cowrie shells, coconuts, um, cola nuts, uh, it's onions. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of things to use for divination. Some people use pendulums. Some people use tarot cards. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Matter of fact, let's just peek some stuff out right quick while we sitting here chopping it up. Show my screen right quick. Show some show some of this stuff that we all right. So if you see, there's plenty of stuff that people divine with. Um Pendulums, you know what I'm saying? Uh Tarot cards. You got some people who know how to divine with bamboo. Um Crystals. I mean, the list goes on and on, man. It's people be using gematria and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of ways to divine because it's not just one way to divine um any situation. You know what I'm saying? So this is just giving you what people can use to tap in to divine with. Now, like this tray right here, this E5 tray, which is known across the world. E5 is not uh the system itself, divination, it's not known just in Africa. They call it E5 in Africa, but this style of divination has been known all across the world. Um, of course, here in the Americas, especially in Central and South America, those markings with the lines, they represent the one line represent light, two lines represent dark. So as you see here, they just have just a drawing, which could be uh, a divination uh, formula as far as what they came up with divining. Um, it just depends. It comes when you do these divination. It already come when you get initiated, especially. You're gonna get a whole diagnosis. It's like a book, man, and it's not small. It's pretty much showing you uh each divination and what it represent and how to diagnose when it pops up. And this is something that's been this is thousands and thousands, if not millions of years of information that has been interpreted uh throughout many cultures, man. Um so it's a lot to it. If it depends on how you want to go about it. It's not nothing that you have to make sure you jam pack in with yourself. Okay, something you can take your time on. Divination itself, most people spend at least 5 to 7 years just practicing divinations, uh, so they can pretty much get the formulas in their head on how to diagnose. Because a lot of times when you're moving around, in case of emergency, if you have your tools with you and you need to find something out, or I'm talking about they use this for a lot of stuff, like even with finding murders, finding people, missing people. um I mean, you name it, man. Divination is powerful. It's been known that a lot of the uh head government uh companies and organizations use people who know how to divine when they can't use, when they run out of sources to use to trace down a crime or somebody missing or something. They always end up going to someone who knows how to divine. And I'll try to I'm gonna find some videos to share. Maybe we can sit back and watch and peep how they get these people to you know trace down and work on the behalf of the government to resolve cases and stuff like that. From my understanding, they have a whole team already of spiritual people that work for the government. So a lot of stuff that can't be explained or they don't want to explain, uh when they come to resolving certain cases, man, that will give you some form of explanation why. So yeah, just keep that in mind, man. It's out here, so just make sure you lining yourself up with your purpose and doing the right thing, man. And for those who are interested in finding or enhancing their gifts and talents, contact me, man. You can email me at omecj, which is OLMEC in the letter J at gmail.com. If you're interested in uh, finding your spiritual forces or just your destiny to what you came to do, you know what I'm saying? The destiny more so aligns with numerology, and the forces that you come with more so align with astrology. I know how to read and do the divination for all of that. I've been doing divination since about 2016, so it's going on 10 years now as far as uh, divining with the earth, ancestors, or um, the forces and spiritual allies that we have, man. Just as many as people on this side is just as many as spirits and forces on the other side, if not more. You know what I'm saying? Because this life that we live is uh, not necessarily limited on what can be done, but it's limited on your vision. So if you can't really see far with your imagination, then you will be limited as far as what you know and what you can do. Um, but in the meantime, like I say, just reach out. Or if anybody is interested in uh me making one of these formulas, or if anybody have any specific formulas that they would want me to make, just reach out to me for that as well, man. It's not a problem, man. I keep um herbs and stuff on deck because this is what I've been doing pretty much. It's going on 12, 13 years now. And of course, being where I'm at in South Carolina, it's more so word of mouth. How the system is going for me. Um, it's kind of better that way. You know, you avoid a lot of trolling and fraudulent people who just, want to enter your space and pretty much just be nosy or try to find faults in what you're doing. A lot of times when you in this type of work, you're not gonna attract much of that, and if you do, more than likely that person just really needs some spiritual help for them to even come and disrupt people who help people. You know what I'm saying? So to each his own on that, man. But other than that, yeah, just reach out, OMECJ, OLMECJ, for any questions or any inquiries as far as how to go about uh, doing anything spiritual, man. I consider myself a spiritual advisor, so yeah, just reach out, man. I'm not a stranger to you. So much love to everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe if you already haven't. We will be back later on with some more stuff. I know this might be kind of dry. It might even be boring to some people, but this is just more so, making sure I cover a lot of the bases dealing with my book and the spiritual practices that I know a lot of us can do, or at least tap into with other people. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to necessarily use me. You can use people in your area. I'm pretty sure somebody got an aunt, uncle, or somebody that's into this. And if you are, man, share this video with them. Tell them, hey, we out here. We not alone. You know what I'm saying? It can feel like that at times, but we here. But in the meantime, man, y'all be safe out there. Stay progressed up, okay? And keep it rolling, man. Keep that imagination clean and abundant. You know what I'm saying? If you do think of something you don't want, shoot, go work out or something. Run it off. Get it out your system. All right, though, y'all. Peace.